Hey everyone, welcome back to Jess Magz. I'm Hannah, and today we're diving into the whirlwind adventure of Twisters. In this high-octane sequel, we follow Kate Carter, a storm chaser haunted by her past, as she returns to the heart of tornado country. Teaming up with old friends and new allies, Kate faces the ultimate test of courage and innovation. With the stakes higher than ever, will she and her team conquer nature's most ferocious storms? Or will the past's ghosts keep them in its grip? Before we dive into the stormy details, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an exciting recap from Jess Magz. Your support means the world to us, and we're here to keep you entertained with the latest movie recaps. Alright, storm chasers, let's get into the eye of the storm and see how Kate Carter's journey unfolds in Twisters. Grab your gear, and let's chase the storm together. Our journey begins in the wide, open plains of Oklahoma, where the sky can turn from peaceful to perilous in minutes. Kate Carter, a college student with a passion for meteorology, is part of a tight-knit team of storm chasers. Alongside her are Harvey, the tech-savvy observer; Addie, the ever-optimistic scientist; Praveen, the data analyst with a sharp eye; and Jeb, Kate's boyfriend and fellow chaser. Equipped with the latest technology, including the Dorothy V Doppler, their mission is to launch barrels of sodium polyacrylate solution into an approaching tornado. Their goal? To test a groundbreaking theory that could reduce the intensity of these deadly storms. But as they soon discover, the unpredictability of nature is more formidable than any theory. Okay, can we talk about how cool it is that they're using the latest tech, like the Dorothy V Doppler, to launch this science experiment into a tornado? That's next-level brave. As the ominous clouds gather, the team drives directly into the path of an incoming tornado. With adrenaline pumping, they successfully launch the solution into the twister, but their relief is short-lived. The tornado begins to grow, swelling into a monstrous EF5, the most dangerous of all tornado categories. In a desperate bid for survival, Kate, Addie, Praveen, and Jeb abandon their truck and seek shelter under a nearby bridge. But the tornado is relentless, its powerful winds and flying debris turning what was once a safe haven into a death trap. In a heart-wrenching moment, Kate watches helplessly as one by one, her friends are torn from their refuge and swallowed by the storm, leaving her alone to bear the weight of their loss. I was holding my breath during this scene. The scene where Kate watches as one by one, her friends are taken by the storm? It's gut-wrenching. I felt every bit of her fear and helplessness. Fast forward 5 years, and Kate is a shadow of her former self, now working at a NOAA office in the heart of New York City. The vibrant energy of the city contrasts sharply with the haunting memories that still linger in her mind. The once fearless storm chaser is now paralyzed by guilt and trauma, having left the world of tornadoes far behind her. But the past has a way of catching up with us. Out of the blue, Kate receives a message from Harvey, who has continued their storm chasing mission, and now works for a company called Storm Power. He offers her a 1-week position on his team to test a new scanning system back in Oklahoma. Initially, Kate refuses, unwilling to reopen old wounds. But when Harvey sends her a news report of a town recently ravaged by a tornado, the memories flood back, and she reluctantly agrees to join him. This part is so relatable. Kate's been through so much, and it's no surprise that she's tried to bury her past by starting over in New York. You can see how conflicted she is. She wants to move on, but the pull of her past is too strong. Back in the familiar yet foreboding landscape of Oklahoma, Kate reunites with Harvey and meets the rest of the Storm Power team, including Scott, a shrewd businessman with a vested interest in their success. Also in the mix is Tyler Owens, a famous YouTube storm chaser known as the Tornado Wrangler, whose crew has a reputation for chasing both storms and glory. Tyler's flashy approach initially rubs Kate the wrong way. After all, storm chasing should be about science, not spectacle. But as the two teams prepare to chase their first tornado, tensions rise. With the memory of her past trauma still fresh, Kate struggles to find her footing. During the chase, when the tornado grows stronger, Kate's fears take over, causing her to panic and drive away from the danger zone, leaving Harvey to handle the situation alone. This part really shows how much Kate is struggling. Meeting the new team, especially someone like Tyler who's all about the show, only adds to her anxiety. And when the tornado gets intense, she panics. It's like all her fears come rushing back. Leaving Harvey to handle it alone? That's a tough moment, but it shows just how deep her trauma runs. After narrowly escaping disaster, Kate and Harvey arrive at a nearby town devastated by the tornado. They join forces with Tyler's crew to help the townsfolk, and it's here that Kate begins to see another side of Tyler and his team. Despite their flashy personas, they are deeply committed to aiding those affected by the storms, using the profits from their YouTube channel and merchandise to fund relief efforts. That night, Tyler invites Kate to a local rodeo, where the two share more about their lives. Kate reveals that she grew up in Sapulpa, Oklahoma, not New York City as everyone assumed. Tyler, in turn, opens up about his past as a rodeo cowboy who turned to meteorology after suffering a series of injuries. Their conversation sparks a connection, but it's clear that Kate is still holding back, haunted by the ghosts of her past. This part really surprised me. At first, Tyler and his crew seem all about the show, but then you see how much they care about helping people. It's not just about chasing storms for the views. They're using their platform to make a real difference. The storm chasers are back in action as another tornado forms nearby. This time, the stakes are even higher. Kate's fear and guilt resurface, leading to a heated confrontation with Harvey. In a moment of frustration, Harvey blames Kate for the deaths of their former colleagues, pushing her to the breaking point. Feeling overwhelmed, Kate retreats to her mother's farm in Sapulpa, seeking solace in the place where she grew up. But solitude doesn't last long. Tyler, refusing to give up on her, arrives at the farm with a proposition. Help him retry the experiment that failed 5 years ago. Despite her initial refusal, Kate is persuaded by Tyler's encouragement and decides to face her fears head-on. This part really hit hard. When Harvey blames Kate for what happened, you can see how much it breaks her. It makes sense that she'd run back to her mom's farm, trying to escape everything. But Tyler showing up, refusing to let her quit, is a turning point. He believes in her even when she doesn't, and that pushes what she needs to finally face her fears. As a massive tornado forms near the town of El Reno, Kate and Tyler, along with their teams, rush to put their plan into action. They split up to cover more ground, with Storm Pa providing critical data from their scanners. As they approach the tornado, it quickly becomes clear that this storm is unlike any they've ever faced. In the chaos, Harvey and Scott find themselves in the path of a fire tornado, a rare and terrifying phenomenon caused by the twister passing over a burning factory. Harvey's loyalty is tested when Scott pressures him to continue their mission for Storm Pa's investor, Riggs, but Harvey decides to abandon the mission and focus on saving lives instead. As the storm rages on, Kate takes the ultimate risk. Driving Tyler's truck directly into the tornado's path, she fights to release the sodium polyacrylate solution at the right moment. The wind and debris batter the truck, but Kate's determination is unshakable. Just as the tornado threatens to rip everything apart, the solution is successfully deployed. The climax of the movie is just, wow. When they're out there chasing this massive tornado near El Reno, you can feel the stakes are higher than ever. The tension is through the roof, especially when Harvey and Scott encounter a fire tornado. Like, what even is that? The visuals are insane, and I was gripping my seat the entire time. The tornado begins to weaken, its destructive power finally subdued. But the victory is bittersweet. Kate's truck is overturned, and she is trapped inside. Tyler, Harvey, and the rest of the team rush to her aid, pulling her from the wreckage just as the storm dissipates completely. Amid the devastation, there is a sense of relief and triumph. They did it. They survived.
Did it help?
In the end, the tornado weakens, and they survive, but not without some serious scars. Both physical and emotional. The scene where they pull Kate from the wreckage, and you see the relief and triumph in their faces? It's a victory, but it's also bittersweet because of everything they've lost. With the mission complete, Kate prepares to return to New York. At the airport, she says her goodbyes to Harvey and Tyler, both of whom express their hope that she'll stay in Oklahoma. But Kate is torn between the life she's built in New York and the call of the storm-chasing world that still tugs at her heart. As she walks towards the gate, the airport PA announces that all flights are delayed due to strong winds. A sign, perhaps, that fate isn't quite finished with her. Tyler, echoing his own motto, "If you feel it, chase it," rushes after Kate, convincing her to stay. Together, they leave the airport, ready to face whatever storms may come, side by side.
You would?
Yeah. Alright, Boone, you take that back.
And that's a wrap on Twisters. What an adrenaline-pumping ride through Tornado Alley. We watched as Kate Carter and her team faced the ultimate test of bravery and innovation, overcoming both natural and personal storms. The film delivered high stakes, intense action, and a thrilling conclusion that kept us on the edge of our seats. What did you think of Kate's journey and the film's dramatic twists? Drop your thoughts and favorite moments in the comments below. If there's a specific movie you'd like us to cover next, drop your suggestions in the comments too. Please check out our other movie recommendations in the description below. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more exciting movie adventures right here on Jess Magz. Until next time, keep chasing those cinematic storms. Bye for now.